We have all had, at least once, the rather trying experience of watching someone's vacation videotapes. Unless the person shooting the videotapes was an expert camera operator, you probably saw an incessantly moving view that shifted almost randomly from object to object, annoyingly fast zooms, shots of too much sky or too much ground, and people who seemed to be glued to either sides of the top of the screen or whose background trees and telephone poles seemed to be growing out of their heads. Graphic vectors are created by lines or an arrangement of stationary objects that lead the eye in a particular direction. Index vectors are created by something that points unquestionably in a certain direction, such as an arrow, a one-way street sign, or someone looking or pointing in a specific direction. Motion vectors are created by an object that is actually moving or is perceived to be moving on the screen.
The subject placement is the location of the main subject in the screen. The most stable and prominent picture area is the screen center. If you want to draw attention to a single subject, place it there, such as a newscaster or a company president. Sometimes, placing a vertical object 3/4 of the way on the screen is better. This is called golden section framing. Somehow, the edges of the video screens can seem to act like magnets and attract objects close to them. This pull is especially strong at the top and bottom edges of the screen. The sides of the frame contain similar graphical magnets that seem to pull persons or objects closer to them. Correct framing requires some breathing room in front of the nose to reduce the force of a person towards the screen edge. This type of lead room is called nose room. Framing a shot, remember the horizon line. Sometimes when filming, the background has very distinct horizon lines. A slight tilt of a handheld camera will make your image appear to be tilted, so make sure that your vectors are parallel in upper and lower screen edges. A tilted horizon line can also make the picture more dynamic and enhance the mood of a specific show, but if that's not what you're going for, it'll simply make the camera work appear sloppy.
A dolly can be used to get in closer and look more natural than zooming in to an object or someone. In order to show a foreground, middle ground, and a background, a realistic depth, place props or background pieces in each layer. Use angles to show certain depths of field.